What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Sneaker Huddle Resale Predictions Part 2 for the month of October 2020. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and turn post notifications on to get an instant notification for every single time we upload a brand new video. In today's video, we're also going to be talking about all the pairs that I was able to cop from October Resale Part 1 and whether I copped these sneakers from restocks or whether they were drops. So here we have all the items that we have picked up over the last 2 weeks, and all the items you see here, we either copped them or purchased them from restocks off of websites, which we'll talk about how we were able to cop all this stuff here in just a little bit. Or they were either releases. Like these are the Yeezy carbons that just dropped. They were very easy to get. So we only purchased 4 pairs. We could have purchased more. And we will talk about how we were able to purchase these pairs in a second. Here we have the Dunham Air Max 95s that just dropped. And then here, as of recently, we've seen a lot of Air Jordan 13 Flints. We do have this pair up top, and then we have another pair in the box here. And then moving on to some of this other stuff, we have the Fragment Jordan t-shirt that did drop a few weeks back. We actually picked that up manually off of Nike's website. We caught a restock of the Jordan 1 UNC to Chicago. This is a really good solid size for this women's size Air Jordan 1 11.5. These are going to do really well in the future. Now moving into the Air Force Ones, we actually did a review on this pair, and this is Ruhan Wang's Fly Leather Air Force One. And one thing that I did forget, under the second pair of Flint 13s, there was a restock on Dick's Sporting Goods the other day of the Air Jordan 11 Low. Now these are the Concord breads in a size 10. Would expect these to do well in the future. They're not doing too well right now, but in the future I think they will be a solid hold where you can make potentially about anywhere from 25 to 50 bucks. And then we did pick up the latest Supreme deck, which was a collaboration with Smurfs, as you can see there. So this is pretty much all the stuff we have picked up over the last 2 weeks. And like I said, the restocks such as the Grade School Jordan 1 reverse breads, we were able to cop those off of the restock monitors from the Lace Network. When it comes to the Jordan 13s, we're able to cop those off of restocks. And then some of this stuff was manuals, such as, you know, the Yeezys, the Fly Leather, the Fragment t-shirt we have here. But if you are interested in having access to restocks, would highly recommend to look into a cook group. Now, if you are interested in joining the Lace Network, the link is down below in the video description, and you do get a special Sneaker Huddle discount when you use the code in all caps SH15 to save 15% off your membership. So there's tons of profit to be made in these sneakers that are not too coveted. And another pair of sneakers that we have picked up recently, which was a slot from the Lace Network, which arguably this would be the most anticipated or the most profitable pair, the Nike Dunk High Spartan Green. Now, of all the sneakers here, a lot of people would call them bricks, or a lot of people would just sleep on them in general, such as the Flint 13s. They would sleep on, you know, the Fly Leather Air Force Ones, maybe the Dunham Air Max 95s that we did show back here, and maybe even the Jordan 1 Low reverse breads. This is the only pair of all these sneakers, and even the Supreme deck, that people, you know, beginner resellers are going to place a lot of emphasis on, or have a lot of effort, or try to cop those things. But I'm telling you guys, when you go for things like this, it adds up and it can help you significantly as a reseller. So if you are interested in all the features that the Lace Network does offer, I will leave their link down below in the video description. Now, we are going to be making very early resale predictions for the sneakers that are going to be dropping in the second half of October. Now, moving on to October 17th, the Nike Air Force One COJP Wheat. Now, retail for the pair has been set at 130 bucks, and these are personal only. I would expect resale values to vary anywhere from 140 to 160. And if you have a large foot, like if you wear a size 12, 13, or 14, would highly recommend to not sleep on this pair. Go ahead and cop them, because I would expect this Air Force One that it's a very good colorway for fall, winter as it does approach. These are definitely going to sell out. Now also on October 17th, the Nike Dunk Low Crater will drop. Expected retail is 100 bucks. And the fact that Dunk Lows have been performing extremely well recently, would expect these to at least be $220 and up. Now, the next few sneakers we'll be talking about will vary, and that is Nike's Halloween collection, which will consist of an Air Max 90, an Air Max 95 Freddy Krueger, a Nike Blazer, a Air Trainer 3, and a Nike Air Force 1 Skeleton. Now, there are no confirmed release dates. I believe that the Air Max 90 and the Air Trainer 3 have been scheduled for the 17th of the month of October, but when it comes to the other sneakers, they are kind of up in the air to when or where they are actually going to be releasing. Of course, of all the sneakers that are going to be dropping, the Air Max 95 Freddy Krueger would expect those to be very profitable. And when it comes to the Air Force 1, the fact that a lot of people have, gotten really excited for this Skeleton Air Force 1 that has dropped the last 3 years, would expect this orange brilliant colorway of the Air Force 1 Skeleton to do well also. And if you are interested in those Halloween releases, be sure to check this video out in the top right hand corner. Now, moving on to October 21st, Nike will finally do an Adapt BB 2.0 with the Nike Mag colorway. Now, with a high retail point of $400, would expect these to be personals. I'd say these are going to sell for about $450 to $500 based on the other models of the Nike Mags that we have seen. And moving on to October 23rd, Kanye West's favorite Nike sneaker, the Road Warrior. Now, with a high retail point of $500, would not expect these to be profitable, but of course anything can happen. There's the lowest ask is currently $1,200 on StockX. I don't see anyone paying $1,200 or paying $700 for these sneakers. For them to be worth that $500 initial investment. Would expect these to be personal only, but you never know. More details coming soon. Now, also on October 23rd, a pair that a lot of people are excited for, the Air Jordan 12 Concord. Now, retail has been set at $190 and would expect these to be personal or local flips only. And also on October 23rd, the Kamikaze 2 Bach Boys. Back in the day, Shawn Kemp used to rock these for the Seattle Supersonics. So to all my people over in Seattle, I know you're very excited to see this sneaker return. I don't think that these are going to resell, but potentially with all the Shawn Kemp fans out there and the fans of the Seattle Supersonics from back in the day, would expect these to sell out because a lot of people are very excited to see this sneaker return. Now, October 24th is going to be a very busy day for two of Chicago's finest, Virgil Abloh and Kanye West. Now, starting off with Adidas and Yeezy, we will receive the Yeezy Boost 350 V2 Natural. Now, we are a long ways away from this natural colorway dropping of this Adidas Yeezy Boost 350 V2, but the way that Yeezys have been looking as of recently, they have been very, very easy to get, not because demand is lacking, but because stock is just so high. Like I showed you guys already, I was able to cop 4 pairs very, very easily. Could cop more, but that's just that $900 investment. I'm gonna have to sit on those for at least a year to have a decent return on investment. Which I'm okay with that, but the point of that is would not expect this natural colorway to do well initially. Would expect these to hit within what they have been, in terms of Yeezys, what they have been hitting as of recently, anywhere from about $260 to $295 depending on the sizes. To October 27th, the Air Jordan 1 Mid Day of the Dead. Now, retail for the pair has been set at $125 and would expect these to fall within $150 to $170 US plus. Now, arguably the most anticipated day of the entire month, October 31st, the Air Jordan 1 Dark Mocha will finally release in the United States. Now, I believe these are also going to be dropping in Europe, overseas. I think the worldwide launch date is October 31st. So retail for these pairs have been set at $170. And of course, guys, these are going to be very, very, very difficult to get your hands on. A lot because of the Travis Scott similarities with the reverse swoosh, the color tone, the suede that they did use on the heel of the sneaker is pretty much the exact same material. So I believe a lot of Travis Scott hype will help this sneaker, and I think at least these sneakers are going to be $300 and up, and could potentially be more once these sneakers sell out. Now, moving on to Adidas and Yeezy. Also on October 31st, we receive, in my opinion, one of the best 380s that we have ever received, and that is the Yeezy 380 CALCITE Glow. Now, there will be 2 colorways that drop. A non-reflective glow-in-the-dark colorway will retail for $230, and a reflective glow-in-the-dark colorway will drop for $250. So depending on how much hype there is around this very good colorway of this 380, would expect these to be profitable. I know a lot of 380s have done absolutely horrible in the past, except for the initial alien colorway, but arguably that's been the only good, dressable colorway that we have received. So the fact that this one's glow in the dark and it's reflective, would expect those to be profitable. But when it comes to the non-reflective, we are a very long ways away from this release. We got to see what they look like on foot. And if a lot of people get excited about this pair, I think that there will be potential profit. Now, another sneaker that's going to be hitting skate shops in October, so would highly recommend to follow your local skate shops on Instagram, and that is the Nike SB Dunk High Invert CELTICS. Now, retail for this pair is $100, and it does come with premium suede materials, as you can see here. But when I look at these on StockX, they're currently going for $250, and that's potentially what I would have expected them to go for once they sell out. So the fact that they're already at $250, will they go down or will they go up after they hit all the skate shops? I really don't know. They're lower than what I would have anticipated them. The fact that they haven't hit all the skate shops yet. So I really don't know too much about this pair, but I do know if you can get your hands on it, they will be profitable. And I think a lot of people are sleeping on these pairs and selling them a little too low. So that's all the sneakers that are currently rumored are scheduled to drop in the second half of October. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, we would love to have you as part of the Sneaker Huddle family. If you got some value out of this video, be sure to hit that like button. We would greatly appreciate that. Be sure to like this video. Be sure to share it to a friend. Share it on Facebook. We would also greatly appreciate that. Also, God bless each and every one of you. Good luck on all these releases. We hope you have a great day.